A Christmas present of sorts, something that I have practiced and studied for 29 years, it just occurred to me, since I was about 16. And it's something that it says in Erdnase, and it says the shift has yet to be invented that can be done with the hands at rest, or in a manner appearing as entirely coincident card table routine, and not show that some maneuver has taken place, no matter how cleverly it may have been executed. The idea being is that you can do a shift as other folks look on, and that even though they know that what you're about to do, you still can't see. That's the challenge. And along with Erdnase, this is my contribution, my constant but ever failing efforts, but it's not bad. I think it gets a little closer to the ideal, if nothing else. So the idea being is, once you cut the cards, you pick them up. You haven't done anything yet. You still haven't done anything. And at this point, in Vernon's words, there should be no hesitation. You still haven't done anything. You can do anything else. You're just holding the cards. You can see all four fingers, and you just, for example, set them down. And it doesn't take you any longer to set them down as it would if you ordinarily set them down. So a variation of that, and there's a million variations of that, would be what I call the 1, 2, 3 shift. So you say 1, nothing. 2, nothing. 3, the card gets shifted, but it's into the center of the deck or whatever else the shift needs to do, but seemingly nothing happens. And the reason why I'm somewhat happy with this one, I've been practicing this about 5 years now, is because in the classic shift, you have to prepare for it. So let's say you have to do a classic shift like so. Let's also do it with the card face up. Classic shift, blah, blah, blah. You have to come over, prepare for it, and then you do something like that. It doesn't look bad, but you still have to prepare for it. You have to get ready for it. Whereas with this shift, you don't. That's it. At this point, the second the cards get, oh sorry, that was wrong, but let me try this again. I hadn't messed it up. The second the hands get together, they get separate again, and the shift is completed. And it can always be done in a motion from here to there, from here and back and there, or in the motion of setting down the cards, which is a very natural thing to do, to just set down the cards. Now, how is it done? It's a variation on the inspiration for it came from Doc's Infinity Shift that Dennis Bear once shared with me. So where the cards go on top, but they're stepped. In this case, the whole thing gets pushed over, gets straddled, and the shift is done. That's Doc's shift, which looks okay when he does it, but it's what I really like about it is the fact that the cards are straddled rather than having a gap. You straddle the cards. Just the cards are held like a vice. So at this point, and what he says is, let's say you had them like you ordinarily do, the angle of the cards is much steeper. So there's a much more acute angle there. Whereas if, whatever the card is, if the cards are held like this, and the angle is less acute, it's a more shallow angle. The cards only go up this way. But if you already hold the card, let's just do it face up. If you already hold the cards this way, you come over and you want to set the cards down. It's really, the whole thing is just done in motion. It's just one fluid motion, and the cards come back. And so that's all it is. But if you ever want to get good at it, I have to admit, these are bridge-sized cards, but I currently live in the Solomon Islands, and that's what they have in the stores. They're bridge-sized cards. So it's a little easier to do with them, but you can do that with regular-sized cards as well, of course. But you have to practice just setting down the cards, not doing anything, because as long as the rhythm is right, it'll look just maybe not perfect, but close to it, and that's it. Thank you.